Happy Sunday. Okay, good. Microphone's working. Happy Sunday. Welcome on in, Brandon, a Big Cheese Thrifts, Dragonic. Good to see you all. Thank you for being here. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Let's go ahead and get started on this hunt. And why don't you guys tell me how the rest of your Saturday went? Mine went pretty well. Heftiest cat. What's up, Scrobo? No shiny on the first check. All right, here we go. Here we go. Check number two. This has to be the check. Nope, that wasn't it either. Dang. Didn't see that one coming. Uh, yeah, so yesterday was free comic book day, so I went down to the comic book store. Had a lot of fun there. I'll be talking about that in a little bit. But what did everyone else get up into yesterday after stream? And yes, may the 4th be with all of you. It is, in fact, Star Wars Day. 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I thought it was pretty good, pretty enjoyable. There were a certain couple parts that I thought dragged on a little bit longer than they needed to, but yeah, it was an enjoyable movie. 5130 for Reggie Rock. Dang, come on, Dragonic. Tell that game to be nice to you. I also got contacted about half an hour ago on Discord by someone that was trying to pull the old Discord scam on me, saying that I was that someone scammed them out of what did it say? Almost $162 worth of Discord gifts, and that he accidentally reported my account, and that if I don't contact this person I'm supposed to contact within the next 10 hours, my account's gonna be banned. So he said in the DMs, like, hey, hey, there it is. Look at that, look at that. Oh my gosh, what is that? The 8th check of the stream. There's the shiny. There we go. Holy smokes! I was actually thinking about this morning, and I was thinking, I don't know if maybe I screwed this up. Maybe I screwed it up somehow and it wasn't gonna shine. But thank you, Big Cheese and Amber. Good morning. Thank you guys for all the excitement. Let's see if we can get this now. Now we've only done half the battle. The other half is actually catching this thing. Super early shiny. You love to see it. Indeed, you do. All right, let's do this thing. Skill swap. That was easy. See you tomorrow. Thanks for being here, Brandon. Thanks everyone for being here. We'll be back next week. No, this is fine. We're gonna go straight into Latios. God, that's such a beautiful shiny. It's so good. Shortest stream ever. All right, we skill swapped it. We now have to trick it. So it's got a Lepaberry. Got a special movie lined up for today. Be watching Star Trek Into Darkness. Which one was that one? I know that's like one of the newer movies, like the post J.J. Abrams movie, but I'm not sure which one it is. What a story the China. Oh yeah, I never even finished the story. So yeah, so my account's apparently going to get banned within 10 hours if I don't reach out to this particular person at Discord help. And this hacked account, the DM me about all this, is like, so can you help me? Can you help me talk to support about this? And I was just like, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm good. And then I didn't hear anything back. Happy May the 4th. Happy May the 4th indeed. Alright, let's paralyze it. Second one after the JJ Abrams. So is that the... Okay, yeah, I did see that one. It's the one after that I didn't see. Oh, it was totally a scam. It absolutely was a scam, Dragonic. But I wasn't playing along. They sent me pictures and everything of like badly written and photoshopped emails, and I was like, yeah, nah, bro, I'm good. All right, let's false swipe this and then catch it. I'm not even sure what Pokeballs we have for this. Exclamation point scam indeed. I was the second picture in the Drake meme. I was. That was me, in fact. If I remember this correctly, it's been a while since I've hunted this. If it uses Psycho Shift, it will put the paralysis on me and clear itself out. So I'm going to switch back to Dunsparce. So that I can re-paralyze if I need to. But alright, let's see what Pokeballs we have to catch. Oh, I gotta do a Roto Catch. Let's do a Roto Catch. And then we'll look at what Pokeballs I have. Yeah, I was like, nah, fam. Nah. Alright, let's see. What do I have? Luxury, Dusk, Master, Beast, Net, Premier, Ultra, Dive, and that's it. Not a lot of good choices here. Fell asleep watching Andor last night at the Chinese buffet. I could go for a Chinese buffet. Maybe Dusk because the it doesn't match exactly the same color, but the Mega will be green. When was the last time play Pokemon just for fun with that dedication to shiny hunting? You just play with your favorite Pokemon to win the game. It's been a little bit, Brandon. It has been a little bit. All right, I'm gonna try one Dusk Ball and then I'm just gonna Luxury Ball it. Let's see here. That didn't work. Might as well try the other one. I got a second Dusk Ball. Ooh, I forgot it has Wish. I forgot all about that. All right. It's cold and rainy yesterday, man. That hot Chinese food hit the spot. I could go for some good Chinese food. I didn't end up getting Indian yesterday. I know I'm going to have to apologize to Gina and some of my other friends here, Kier and Matthew. But it turns out the Indian place in town that I found out about is only open on Mondays and Wednesdays. Yeah, I still gotta start watching season 2 of Andor. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that today, but it's definitely on the list. Yeah, I was literally like in the midst of ordering it, and it's like, well, the earliest it can be delivered is on Monday at 2 p.m. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I looked, and I was like, oh, they're only open Mondays and Wednesdays. Do I play Pogo Zane? I do. I do play Pogo. Yeah, yesterday was the Mega Kangaskhan raids. Anybody have any luck? I did 3 raids. I just wanted one to transfer into Pokemon Home. And there it is. We got it in Dusk Ball. I guess that means we got to get the Latios and Dusk Ball too. Um, I just wanted one Kangaskhan to transfer into Pokemon Home for the home decks. The first raid I did was shiny. The second raid I did was shiny. The third raid I did was not shiny. I do not have a Gmax Kingler. I don't do the Gigantamax stuff. I'm a solo player. There's not a lot of people in my area that play, so I don't bother with the Gigantamax stuff. We got it, Galax. We got it. So let's get some nature guesses in the chat. I'm going to say it has to be a impish type, right? Rob Layfield, I think he's. Oh, this is Trevenant, by the way. This isn't Latias. We'll go to Latias in a second. I think he is responsible for a lot of characters in the 90s, but I think his I think his art isn't great, and I think he's a little full of himself. But I also have a personal issue with Rob um, from back when I was a kid. He personally upset me, like in real life. All right, we got bashful, sassy, stubborn, rash, modest, quirky, ticklish. Eric, good morning, Eric, and happy birthday, my friend. Can we get some birthday hype in the chat for Eric, not so generic? Good morning, Mighty Munchkin. All right, let's see what this is. So that's the Trevenant, that's the Decidueye, that's the Dunsparce, that's the Blacephalon, and the Latias is. Oops. It's docile nature. It is a docile nature. It's a docile little Latias. On this day, the universe said, "I choose you," and we're forever grateful. Happy birthday, Eric. All right, that's done. Let's save again. It's a docile dragon. Let's save again, and then I got to switch over to Ultra Sun. So just give me a second here. I got to end this hunt. Start a new one. We got 4 left for the challenge. Yeah, Galax, we're gonna do Latios next. We're gonna go straight into Latios. Ticklish nature, that'd be crazy. Maddie was in the Deadpool credits or something. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he got credit for creating Deadpool. They also had a little Easter egg in Deadpool versus Wolverine, um, where when Deadpool and Wolverine get like thrown into a store, like through the store window, it pans out and you see it's called something like Lifefield's Nothing But Shoes or Nothing But Feet or something like that, because he can't draw a foot to save his life. All right, let's see here. Counter. I'm curious to see if the sprite even changes. Oh yeah, the eyes change. That's right. Okay, I think we're ready. Pokestar, what's going on? Good to see you. Favorite non-Pokemon game? Probably either the Zelda series or maybe the Kingdom Hearts series. I'm also a big Mega Man fan. Back in the Nintendo and Super Nintendo days, Mario, of course, is a classic platformer. All right, let me just change the game here. So 1 second, the game's going to go away. All right. Interesting. Why did it do that? Interesting. Why is it shaped different? let's see here. Sunday Fun Day. Oh my gosh, that looks terrible. I don't understand why it's all of a sudden sized differently. I don't get it. All right, we're just gonna have a little black bar for right now. We'll just have to deal with it. Didn't like the last one. Have you seen any other? No, I haven't seen that one, Squirrel though. Yeah, I don't. I'm not really familiar with the director, so that might have been the only one I've seen. We'll be lurking waiting to get breakfast with your favorite coworker. In the meantime, you're gonna Destiny shiny mark, shiny Destiny mark hunt something to target. Glade would be pretty cool. Glade would be a good one. All right, let's see if this works. It didn't work. Dang it. All right, that's one. All right, let me grab a screenshot. I was hoping it would work. Bear with me one more minute. Galax, are you still here? No first check shiny. What a scam, right? Third check. Not shiny. Yeah, Galaxy Quest is a fantastic movie. That's a great one. Eric, I haven't done that yet. I know you had mentioned it. It's got Growlithe, right? What else does it have other than Growlithe? Or is it just Growlithe? Wiglet and Swablu. Ooh, it would be fun to do a couple more Wiglets. We could really cheese this and um just get a shiny Swablu over there for Altaria, but we won't do that. We won't do that. That's just too cheaty. Yeah, great parody of Star Trek. Yeah, and fantastic cast, amazing cast, absolutely. Too cheesy? Never. It ain't easy being cheesy. You should know that. Jumbo Wiglet. You know what? I almost said it, but it's too easy. It's too easy. That fruit is too low hanging. And never evolve it. I would never evolve my Jumbo Wiglet. So I know Big Cheese went to Free Comic Book Day. I know Jerry went to Free Comic Book Day. Did anybody else get a chance to go? Pokestar, you did? Nice. Get some good stuff. I had to wait in line for like almost an hour. I couldn't believe how many people were lined up outside my comic store. And they had some good guests too. There was the artist of the Ren and Stimpy and Rocko's Modern Life comics there, and it was his birthday. There was a letterer that's done work for DC and Marvel. I didn't recognize the name, unfortunately. Scotty Young Fairyland comic. I Hate Fairyland. That's a good comic. I didn't. I think yeah, it's still going on. I stopped read. It's had two volumes. I read all of the first volume and like the first half of the second volume. I didn't enjoy the second half as much, not because of the story or anything, but Scotty Young handed over the art chores to somebody else, and Scotty just wrote it. He didn't do the art. And you and I have talked about Scotty Young before, Big Cheese, and how great of an artist he is. And it just wasn't the same without his artwork, in my opinion. Also, I see that sub count went up to 2084. If that was you, please let me know so I can say thank you. We do have a sub goal of the day for 2090. I'm hoping we could possibly make it. You were gonna grab a comic for your local theater, didn't have Thunderbolts. You would have had to drive to Chem's Country. Oh my gosh. Sponsored by Comic Book Store. They give you Yu-Gi-Oh singles. Very cool. You want to take the kids to Free Comic Book Day, Amber? Amber, please tell me that you miswrote that message. Gassin, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. Gotta run. All right, Big Cheese. Have a great day. So episode 4 of Doctor Who last night, and how was it? It was good? Nice. Yes, I'll show you guys what I got yesterday at Free Comic Book Day. Matt Prokopek, what's going on, buddy? Famous Matty P. So, I got a handful of free comics. The ones that I want to show you guys, though, was the Fantastic Four and X-Men comic. This was one of the ones that Marvel put out specifically for Free Comic Book Days. You can see at the top it says Free Comic Book Day. So there's this one, obviously Fantastic Four, to help build up the interest in both the new series, new comic series, which in turn will be in regards to the new movie coming out. And then here's the Amazing Spider-Man and Ultimate Universe issue I picked up. On top of that, they were doing graphic novels and trade paperbacks and hardcovers and omnibuses for 25% off. So I finally got something I've been wanting to read for a while. This is The Complete Animal Man by Grant Morrison. It is a thick boy. It is over 700 pages. I got that 25% off. Very excited about that. Can't wait to read it. Zarua the Goat, thank you for the lurks. And they also had 50% off key issues that they have. Like, they're typically called wall books. Wall books are ones that they put up on the wall so that, like, you can't touch them. So I got Captain Marvel 32, which has the origin of Drax. I always wanted to read this one. Also has Thanos. You can see Thanos right there. That's like space outline head Thanos. I got Fantastic Four number 21. This is from like 1963. Definitely Browning, as you can tell. This was originally a white cover, but this is the first appearance of the Hate Monger. And then finally, yeah, Amber, it was yesterday. Yesterday was Free Comic Book Day. And then finally, I was really happy about this one. This one's not in great shape, but I'm just happy I finally own it. Amazing Spider-Man number 41, first appearance of the Rhino. First Rhino, as played to perfection, as I roll my eyes, by Paul Giamatti in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Amber, it might still be worth going today if they are open today. They might, if you're talking about the comic book shop that you took me to, that guy seemed pretty nice. I bet if you said like, oh, we didn't realize it was only yesterday, we thought it was the weekend. My kids here are interested in some free comics. I'm sure they got some leftovers. I'm sure they might be able to, hook you up. Bernice, what's going on? Good to see you. Shaft. Shaft. Are you talking like Robert Roundtree type of Shaft? Or Richard Roundtree, I mean? That mistake is May the 4th. No, today is Star Wars Day. Star Wars Day is today. Free Comic Book Day is always the first Saturday in May. But I can understand the confusion. Thank you for the new Light Gold Dragonic, and thank you all for the likes. Based off the movie, I didn't know that they did a comic adaptation of that. I'll have to look into that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? What is going on here? There it is. We just got Latios and Latias in the first 28 minutes of stream. Two shinies in less than 30 minutes. This is crazy. I don't understand what's happening here. What's going on, Slowpoke? Yeah, I mean, we might as well just end stream now. No, I guess we got plenty of time. Good lord. I guess we could spend the next 2.5 hours wormhole hunting for Audino. Maddie P with the 28 months of membership. Congrats. Let's go. Thank you so much, Maddie P. Let's get some hype in the chat. It's true, Brandon. This is all because of you. Yeah, Bernice, trying to go for all megas. We're trying to go for all shiny Pokemon that have mega evolutions. There's 48 of them, but I can't hunt Deancey, so that's why it says 47 right here. We had 42 at the beginning of the stream. We got Latias, which is 43, and now if we catch this one, this will be 44. But we do need to catch it. You know, finding it's only half the battle. We actually have to catch it now. So let's hope we don't screw this up. Matt, your favorite person working in Hollywood? You know what? He's probably my favorite too. Let's swap. Which megas are left after this? Audino, Aerodactyl, and Altaria. Saving all the A's for last. You could say, like someone else did last weekend, that we went Z to A. I am the lucky boy, Hefty Mom. I'm glad you got to see one of these. I was just thinking about it. I wasn't sure if you were going to be here in time to see me go for these dragons. All right. So that's skill swapped. Let's Trick and Thunderwave. Because it's the 4th. Hey, you know what, Eric? I think it's because it's your birthday. You're bringing me all the birthday luck. Yeah, the 4th is definitely with me. All right, let's Trick. 26 checks. That's insane. Like, even though we want 700-ish over odds on the Latias, we're now, like, averaging well under odds. As a leather worker, you enjoy collecting different tools of the trade from many different times in history. You especially enjoy finding collecting as many of the tools to punch holes in leather. Got to catch them alls. Nice. That's a good one, Brandon. I like that. I wasn't sure where it was going, but it was worth the payoff. All right, let's false swipe this. I can't believe it. You know what we'll do since we got plenty of time? Let's go get the Latios site after this. I'm gonna have to do some battles, but that's okay. Yeah, Bernice, it is Eric's birthday today. If you guys haven't wished Eric a happy birthday yet, make sure that you do that. Stop it. Amber, I'm sorry, I can't help it. I don't know what's happening. All right. Where's my dusk balls? There we are. We got 11 dusk balls. We want to get some dusk ball to match the Latias. The Destiny Mark, if you change the clock back a minute and not change the date, are you okay? Yeah, you'll be good. You'll be good. What even the heck? And I'm saying 2 legendary shinies in half an hour. This might be my quickest legendary hunt ever. Come on. Ari, good morning, Ari. How are you? I hope you had an amazing birthday on Friday. You did? I'm glad to hear it. Holy smokes, I'm getting a lot of Discord messages. Oh, Maddie P, that is an awesome looking card. Very nice. You like that command, Bernice? I do too. What's going to happen if we run out of dusk balls? We only have 6 left. Uh-oh. We might not have a matching set. Should I just reset and go for another shiny until we can catch it in a dusk ball? Oh, yeah, that's Razzy's favorite command. He absolutely loves it. Restart the hunt? I'm thinking we might have to. It's the only thing that makes sense. Because if Latias and Latios aren't in matching balls, what are we even doing? I forgot to use a roto catch. I just realized. That's what it is. I forgot to use a roto catch. Got non-shiny Destiny Mark Growlithe, so you know your game knows it's your birthday. Nice. That's my mistake. I forgot to use the roto catch. So the shirt you're wearing on eBay, shirt has exponential shiny luck. Provide the stream as video proof. That's not a bad idea. And I am wearing a Spider-Man shirt. Oh, come on. Autograph it too? I should. We only got 2 dusk balls left. Putting it framed like an NFL jersey. These are all great ideas. I like this. All right. Throw in Alakazam. Last Dusk Ball. Here we go. Well, poop. I guess we're moving on to luxury balls. Razzie, what's going on? Good morning, buddy. How much is the shirt and when does the bidding start? Good questions. Don't reset it. I won't. However, I'm going to have to heal up my team here in a second. This Latios is not being friendly to us. One, two, three. Come on, Razzie. I gotta heal up. Command gets better every time, right? Dora, what's going on? Yeah, Goku. We got Latias on the, what, 20th check of the day, and then Latios on the 26th. It's been insane. How do I do this? Oh, that's Dorian. Oh my gosh. I was like, who the heck is Dor? Dorian, I give it all to Eric. Eric brought in the birthday luck. Well, not going to be a luxury ball. Hold on, what? That was my last luxury ball, Raz. I've now used up all my dusk balls and all my luxury balls. Let's try Nest Ball. Beast Ball it. There's no way it's gonna get caught in a Beast Ball. After Latios, I think we're going to try and get Audino in the wormholes. Football Goat, welcome back. I need to tickle it first, you think so? I do have Premier Balls. I mean, I already have a shiny Latios in a Premier Ball. But I'm in trouble. Full restore. I was trying to, for this challenge, use balls that match the Mega Shinies. I don't even know why I'm using potions. I have Recover. Air, you think I should use a Beast Ball? We'll try a Beast Ball. 1, 2. Alright, fine, we'll try Beast Ball. Waste all the $1 million balls. Well, I tried it. This is taking forever. I only have 8 Premier Balls, actually. Let's try a Net Ball. Net Ball did not work. Razzie, I have a Roto Catch going. I used a Roto Catch. This is insane. Let's try Dive Ball. I'm just using whatever at this point. 1. It is playing hard to get. I do have 3 quick balls. I do not have a heal ball. I do not have ultra balls. Yeah, Ari, I did not expect with a Rotocatch for this to take as long as it is. I really thought I'd be able to get it in a Dusk Ball. Let's try a Quick Ball. Nope. Strange Ball would match perfect. What is Rotocatch? Rotocatch is an item in the Alola games where it will basically just increase your catch rate, just across the board. Let's go back to Nest Balls. No repeat balls. You were watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Feature match yesterday and you felt bad for this one bloke. He looked like he wanted to cry after losing a match in like 7 minutes in front of a big crowd. I would probably too. Come on, bro. The 3 shake fake, really? Ever since you were a kid, you always named your Latias Xenon, your Latias Helios. It's cute, both noble gases. You're the noblest gas I know, Ari. One, 2, 3. Thank God. Alright, well, it's a nest ball, but at least we got it. Ari farts. It makes a sad, quiet sound. Everyone in the room turns to look at them in disgust and disappointment. There's always a next time. There we go. It was the fart luck. Thank you. Dylan Fuller, what's going on? Good to see you. Good ball. Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to get like a matching set, but whatever. We'll have Latias and a Dusk Ball, and we'll have Latios and a Nest Ball. He wants to be named Xenon. We can do that. German Aviator, we just got our second shiny of the day. In under half an hour, we found Latias and Latios. Wild, wild stuff. All right, let's get some nature guesses in the chat. We got Hasty. What else we got? Call it Plain. That's a pretty plain name. We got Timid. We got Lax. I'm going to go with... Oh, this is Executor, by the way. See, now it's not... Oh my gosh, I know what the problem was. I'm a dum-dum. That's the problem. It should still be shrunk down a little bit. Why aren't you shrinking down? There we go. Okay. We got timid, lax, timid, bold. Brandon seriously might be. We got modest. Thank you, Hefty Mom. What does the birthday boy name it? That's a good question. That's a good question. You know what? Eric. Eric, if you're still here, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it on the stream, but Eric, you DM me. Let me know what you want to name the Latias. You can name the Latias. All right, I'm gonna say Impish. All right, this is the Executor. That's the Absol. That's the Alakazam. That's the Salamence. And the Latios is it Sassy? Dragon could be right. Is it gonna be Sassy? It is. It's hardy. We got two neutral natures. We got docile Latias and a hardy Latios. But we got it. We got it. Holy potatoes. We are down to the final three. Coke or Pepsi? I'm a Coke guy. Let's save one more time. Now let's, since we got plenty of time, we still have over 2 hours on the stream. Let's do some battles and get to the battle tree and see if we can get that Latios site. And then we're going to start looking for Audino. Let's get a stacked team put together too. Could you name the Latios? Yeah, you can name the Latios. And Ari, I'll name the Latias. What was it? Was it Helia? In honor of both of your guys' birthdays, book ending the weekend. I will name Latias Helios, and I will name Latios what Eric wants. Thank you, Tyler. Cito, thank you very much. All right, let's throw Pangoro in here. We don't need Alakazam for this because it literally has no attacking moves. Sidgewine in here. And my level 97 Stuffle. That's like level 52. Yeah, this is the team we're going to use. You like Coke products more than Pepsi, you like Sprite more than 7-Up, Canada Dry more than Schweppes, Barks versus Mug. So, yeah, when it comes to, like, actual, like, classic soda, I don't know what the generic term is. I prefer Coke. I prefer Coca-Cola over Pepsi-Cola. I guess cola would be the generic term. But I think I like the variety of Pepsi more. I like Dr. Pepper. I like Mountain Dew. Billy, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Billy, we just did something insane. We got 2 shiny laddies in half an hour. All right, let's go through this. So here's what we're going to do now. Now that we got both the laddies, I'm going to do some battles here to get us to the battle tree to hopefully get the Latios site. And then once we do that, we're going to go back to the wormholes and we're going to see if we can find Audino. Pepsi owns both Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew. Pretty sure, I know for a fact Mountain Dew is owned by Pepsi. Pretty sure Dr. Pepper is owned by Pepsi as well. Let me just double check. I don't want to be telling any non-truth facts here. Oh, interesting. Actually, it is separate. It is separate, but they have partnerships with either Coke or Pepsi, depending on where in the world. I did not know that. Well, I just learned something new today. How about that? I think we all learned something here today. And like with the raid day, Slowpoke, let me tell you about my raid day, okay? All I wanted was one Kangaskhan to transfer into home to register it in the home decks for Pokemon Go. First raid I do, it's shiny. Second raid I do, it's shiny. Third raid I do, finally it's not shiny, and I'm able to transfer it into home. Life is seldom black and white. That's right, Airy. We're all living in shades of gray. Let's switch to Salamence. It is some crazy luck. It was just funny because I wasn't even trying to get the shiny, and I ended up getting two. Favorite Mountain Dew flavor? Just standard, regular, original. I always try the new ones, but for me, none of them ever compare to the original. So you get 18 raids just for one shiny. I'm sorry. I felt bad. Honestly, I did feel bad. I know Gina ended up having to do, I think, like 20-something to get the shiny. I didn't even tell her about my second shiny. Whiteout is your favorite? I do remember Whiteout. I don't remember the taste, really. Blue Voltage... Honestly, I'm not sure if I've tried Blue Voltage. But, I mean, Baja Blast is decent. If I'm going to Taco Bell, I'm going to get a Baja Blast. But just like for regular old sitting around soda drinking, I'm just a classic classic flavor guy. You're a Mountain Dew freak? Yes. Ooh, let's get this. It doesn't taste like Baja Blast from Taco Bell if you get in the stores. That's true. Alright, we gotta battle this guy. This guy is gonna have... Oh, is he gonna have rock or is he gonna have fighting? I'm gonna guess he's gonna have fighting. So let's put Salamence up front. So what's everyone up to today? Anyone got any big plans? Fountain drinks are usually good. Less it's low on syrup, and you basically get carbonated water. Very true. That's happened to me a few times. All right, let's take out this Machamp. I was getting nervous about that Latios. Like, I was joking at first. I seriously thought we were going to get to the point where we had to try the hunt again. I do not have a lot of Pokeballs left. So, that means I'm going to have to get some Pokeballs before we go hunt for Audino. So, let's talk about now. Let's get some suggestions. What Pokeball should Audino be caught in? While you guys say that, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. Premier or dive, heal ball, dive would look nice, quick ball. Buy 99 of each. Ari, do you think I'm made of money? Dive as well. I'm thinking probably Premier Dive would make sense. John Strucker, good morning. Going to a Pokemon tournament where you're actually the reigning defending champion of Mesa, Arizona, Pokestar. That's incredible. That's so awesome. Let's use Flamethrower on Comfey. And Ball Swipe on Houndoom. How many resets was the Latias? It was a total of 2,100. I don't know. Let me check. It's a good question. What Pokeballs we have for this? Exclamation point scanning. It was 2091. 2091. I think we ended on 20. We ended on 2083. That's right. We ended yesterday on 2083. So it was the 18th check. We got 2 shiny legendaries. We got 2 shiny legendaries in 44 checks today. Haven't won a big tournament yet in Yu-Gi-Oh, but you're the reigning defending runner-up in Chem City. Nice. Got second in the regionals. That's impressive. Does Houndoom have Flash Fire? I feel like it might. Let's send in Pangoro. All right, here we go. Saw the Thunderbolts movie last night and it was awesome. Nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it, John. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was a very entertaining movie. I'm glad it's getting good ratings and all that, good reviews. Oh, Ari, you went to go see it? I was wondering because I knew that you wanted to see it, Ari, but I wasn't sure if you're going to be able to see it right away. I'm glad you loved it. Hmm. It's easily your favorite MCU movie? Oh, yeah? Zed, yeah. In 44 checks, a combined total of 44 checks, we got the Latias and the Latios. 18 checks today on the Latias, 26 checks on the Latios. So overall, we got the Latias in 2,091 checks, and then 26 checks for Latios. Um, so that's pretty crazy. Crazy cuckoo bananas. Cross the Spider-Verse is your favorite Marvel movie overall? I could see that. I would definitely imagine that. 8 out of 10 for John. Nice. Yeah, I was saying yesterday I'd give it a 7.5. So not too far off at all. Oh, you're gonna watch Thunderbolts this afternoon? Nice. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, we will be staying away from spoilers here, considering how brand new the movie is. So just past like, I thought it was good or I thought it was okay. Let's not get too in detail. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it made me hopeful because Captain America Brave New World wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. And then Thunderbolts was pretty decent. I am hyped up for Fantastic Four for the most part, so I feel like 2025 might be a pretty big year for Marvel. Michael Clark Duncan is a Kingpin. I thought he was decent. It's Michael Clark Duncan. He's a great actor. I thought he was pretty good. I actually thought the casting in Daredevil was, for the most part, all pretty good. I just don't think it was executed well. I did not save and heal. All right, here we go. All right, guys. Let's see it in the chat. Should I fight red or should I fight blue? I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll let it go for a minute. New World was kind of weak in your opinion. I don't think it was a great movie, but it was better than I expected. I expected garbage. Aries saying red. John saying red. All right, we'll do red. My Munchkin saying red. They messed up Fantastic Four only twice. I mean, it's 4 times. 4 times they've messed up Fantastic Four. I'm hoping fifth time will be the charm. Oh, good. Blue healed me. Thank you, Blue. You're a very nice person. All right, here we go. It's weird that Ben and Jennifer got married. They had such lasting chemistry in Daredevil. They really did. Yeah, let's do Flamethrower. Yeah, I thought John Krasinski did a decent job as Mr. Fantastic. I like Pedro Pascal. I just wish that he would allow himself to shave for movie roles. Thunderbolts trailer discussion. You had absolutely no expectations for the movie. Just wanted to see hands-on Pitch Black Man, and boy, did it surprise you with how good it was. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Ari. Alley Cat, good luck on the Latias hunt. Alley Cat, we actually, thank you for the luck, but we already got it. We've already gotten we already got Latias and Latia. What am I saying? We got both the Latias. We got Latias and we got Latios today. Within 44 checks of each other. So now we're going off to see if we get the Latios site, and then we're going to start looking for Audino. Next, Sean Bean, he dies a lot in his movies and TV shows. I'm thinking of a couple things, and yeah, I could see that. So in the theater waiting for the post-credit scene, you had to tell Zen how good it was. Nice. Did Zen see it yet? Oh, come on. Only 2 times arm thrust? There we go. Charizard. Can't wait for The Rock to be the Thing and Invisible Woman to be Zendaya. I can't wait for that either, Ari. Boom. When was the last time you saw a Stuffle take down a Charizard? Alley Cat, welcome to the Poliwag party. You're so sick of modern movie casting guys, right? Oh, casting guys. Gotcha. The Smashing Machine? No, I have not seen that trailer. Dang, that Venusaur's got some good special defense. Big Man Blastoise. Big Bad Venusaur, Big Bad Venusaur. Dragonic, welcome back in. Biopic starring the Rockies, Mark Kerr, based off the 2001 documentary. Oh, I'll have to look into that. Anyone like Craven? I'll tell you this, Pokestar. I didn't even, like, I was aware they were making a Craven movie. I didn't even know it came out until a few weeks ago when I saw it was available on Netflix. I was shocked by that. I thought to myself, well, that obviously wasn't a big hit. But no, I haven't watched it yet. I also have not seen Madam Web. Oh, come on, a 2 times arm thrust. Stop doing that to me. Big Man Blastoise guys made a new song for Venusaur, and that's how it goes. Good. They should have. Had you ugly laughing for a solid 10 minutes? What is up with the 2 times? You're actually going to make me heal. Where we go? There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Red is defeated. So glad they seem to be steering away from the he's right behind me, isn't he type comedy. You can't stand that BS. It's the worst type of BS there is, Ari. Alright, do I even have any BP? These are the things I don't know. I have 119 BP. I think I should be able to get one thing. Can you grab some from... Yeah, I can, Raz. I just can't do it at the moment. I have like 99,000 points in bank. I just can't do it at the moment. Ryan Christensen, good morning. Suggest a new nickname. I'm going to call you Visa. The old slogan they had, everywhere you want to be seems to fit. All the amazing streams you go to, you are there. How true is that, Alley Cat? I love that. Before, oh, is Rhino in Craven? I didn't even realize that. All right, let's get the Latios site. We need 9 more battle points to get another one. We might do some surfing. All right, let's show off the Mega Latios real quick, and then we'll start looking for Audino. Kiro! Welcome in, Kiro. And thank you for the congratulations. I can't believe we got both shinies today. Latias and Latios. Blueberry points. I would love some blueberry points. Just points that taste like blueberries. Oh, I gotta get balls, too. So I think I only have 6 Premier Balls. Which should be enough, but I just don't want to take any chances. Brooke, good morning, my dear. How are you? Alright, let's just get... Let's get 10 Premier Balls. Two... 3... Just made your coffee? I hope it's as wonderful as you are. 4... 5... 6... 7... Find you a partner blah blah. Find you a partner that thanks you for taking care of yourself so much that you two live together for as long as possible. You love Ricky so much. That's so sweet. And I agree. Joyce, good morning. All right, now let's sell this Pokeballs. All right. Okay, so now let's put the Latios site on Latios. Kirk's stuck with you. Found this life, and you'll find him in the next. That's a mild threat. I love it. Joyce, I'm doing well. How you doing? Kiro, your Audi often rips a big one right before exiting the elevator. Come on, Kiro. What the heck? Finish the painting, starting a new one. Very cool. All right, let's check out. Whoops, wrong thing. Let's check out this Mega Latios, and then we're gonna start looking for Audino. Tell Ricky that too. He say he doesn't deserve me. I always say, well, that's too dang bad. If you croak first, you're gonna haunt him for fun. You're not gonna scare him, but you'll do things to mildly inconvenience him. I like that. You are Kiro. You certainly are. All right, let's do this thing. Let's Mega Evolve and wait a second. Okay, let's Mega Evolve and Luster Purge. There it is. There's the shiny Mega Latios. Beautiful. Rained so much last night. Ari, I gotta send you a picture later of my backyard. It's rained so much the last few days. I haven't been able to mow. My backyard is just like, it looks like Invasion of the Dandelion people. It's insane. And it's really bothering me. 2 new uranium glasses. I'll break. You know, you better be sending me a picture of those. I always think those look so cool. Let's put good old Latios back in the box, and then we'll start looking for Audino. Audino is in green wormholes. Yeah, in green wormholes. And I should get some Ultra Balls just in case we run into any mega, or not megas, any legendaries that we find in the green wormholes. Or maybe just quick balls. Yes, may the 4th be with you all. Your yard looks a lot like mine, except no vegetation or dirt or dandelions. Yeah, pretty much the same thing, Ari. Your 4th sensitive? Dang it, I can't buy quick balls here. Where is the easiest place to buy quick balls? Route 8 Pokemart. You got your 41st out of 47 shiny megas. Nice Pokestar. Which one is it? It's Route 8, right? Yeah. Crazy Bin should be seeing some Welch's Lemonade Jumbo Freezy soon because you ordered some when the package was damaged, so it's being sent back to the center for a new one. Okay. Well, there you go. If you want some Welch's Lemonade Jumbo Freezies, head on over to Crazy Bins. Pincer, congratulations on the Pincer. What game did you get that in? Oh, we gotta put Latias away. Oh, we almost screwed up. Well, I don't know if we need Alec. We'll put it in just in case. I don't think we need to do the whole. I mean, it's an Audino. I don't think we need to do the whole Lepaberry trick. But I guess it doesn't hurt. In Sun? Nice. Congratulations, Pokestar. That's a tough one. That's a, if you SOS that, that's an SOS call rate of 3, which is the lowest there is. So that's incredible. All right, now let me just save, and then we're going to start wormhole hunting. We want the green wormholes. One time you unknowingly drank 2 pints of contaminated apple nectar. Did make you project, and it made you projectile vomit. Oh my gosh. I don't think I mean, I know I haven't. I've never projectile vomited. Thankfully. Okay. Good to go. This is going to be a manual counter hunt, but you meant contaminated. Oh, I didn't even notice you misspelled that. All right, here we go. Let's look for some green wormholes. See if we can find an Audino. Now, when I do wormhole hunting, I have 2 choices. One, I either not read chat as closely as I normally do, or 2, I suck at wormholes. What'll probably happen is there'll be a combination of the 2 where I will read chat and also suck at wormholes, but also miss messages in chat. So just bear with me. Could you imagine if we get this Audino today as well? That would be insane. All right, we want green wormholes, green wormholes. Legendary wormholes will be the best ones. I got a whole bunch of quick balls in case we need to clear out any legendaries. But if you get over 5,000 light years and get in a legendary wormhole after you catch all the legendaries, and like all there is a regular Pokemon, there's basically a 1 in 3 chance it's shiny. You always try to say the reason you prefer YouTube on your phone is because it's easier to moderate. But really, it's because your laptop doesn't have autocorrect. Dang it! Dang it, Aries sending a good message that I had to read. I wanted to read and ended up getting into a red wormhole. But that's very true, Ari. I totally get that. My problem with iPhone YouTube, though, is, or I should say mobile YouTube, is a lot of times it will autocorrect a word to not the word that I wanted it to autocorrect to. Even like if I type the word correctly, it just assumes that's not the word I meant to use. Green wormhole, green wormhole, green wormhole, green wormhole. Green wormhole, that's what we want. It's kind of like the trade-off. Yeah. It is easier to moderate on the phone, though. You're right about that. No! Dang it! Red wormhole again. I'm not doing well at this. I can't believe we're 3 shinies away from starting our Ultra Sun Nuzlocke. Isn't that wild? So if you're granted how much it actually helps you when you compare it to how many typos you make on your laptop. It's so wild, Ari. And yeah, so I decided that I was talking about yesterday. Here's what we're going to do about the starter for the Nuzlocke. Is I'm going to do one of those roulette wheels. And there's going to be 100 spots on it. 30 of those spots are going to be for Rowlet. 30 of those spots are going to be for Litten. 30 of those spots are going to be for Poplio. 5 of those spots are going to be for my choice, and 5 of those spots are going to be for chat's choice. So if it lands on chat's choice, then we'll have a quick, like, 5-minute poll in the chat, and you guys will decide which starter I get. I think that's the most fair way to do it. This is good music. Oh, come on! Not a legendary blue. I want a legendary green. There's a legendary yellow. What the heck? I should have gotten that green. It would have been lower chance, but at least we would have had a chance of getting an Audino. Just for funsies, let's just check out, see what this one was. We were almost at 5,000 light years. Non-shiny Alambre. El Hombre. I'm debating hunting for Aerodactyl in this game too. That's a gift Pokemon, so it'd be a full odds 1 in 40, 96 hunt. But just a couple months before we started this whole mega challenge, we did get a shiny Aerodactyl in Pokemon Sword. And I don't know if I want to do that particular hunt again. It just feels kind of, not lazy, but like, you know what I mean? Like, we already did this. What do you guys think? If we do Aerodactyl in this game, the odds are going to be lower, but the encounters are going to be quicker. And, we've already done the static reset hunt in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Can you fossil hunt? I suppose I could. Those would be full odds too, right? 1 in 40, 96. I would have to get some old ambers. I'd have I'd have to do some old amber hunting for a while. But that is a possibility too, you're right. I've never done a fossil hunt in the Let's Go games. Fossil hunts are real quick because you can get a party's worth each check. Yeah, as long as I collect enough, right? Like, as long as I have enough fossils. Appreciate the variety. That sounds like, Razzie, you're saying not to do the soft reset in Sword and Shield, which I'm kind of on. That's kind of where I'm at. The only drawback, other than just the odds of doing it in this game, would be, or Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee for that matter, would be no ball customization. It would have to be a regular standard Pokeball. Let's just check, see what this is. That'd be the main drawback of not doing it in Sword and Shield, I guess. 100 in BDSP. Is it? Is it in the wild in BDSP? I genuinely can't remember. I can't remember if that is available in BDSP. Yeah, that would also be Pokeballs, though, yes. In order for it not to be a Pokeball, it would have to be an actual wild encounter hunt. Can I do the action replay method? I mean, I could. If I really wanted to be lazy and cheap and make everyone be mad at me, I could just be like, so remember that Aerodactyl that we caught on stream like a month before this challenge started? That totally counts for this challenge. Ooh, botulism, yummy. It's my favorite spice. All right, let me see the green. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Um, and there's a legendary here. You know what? What the heck? Let's just do a check. Let's see if we get a first check shiny legendary. Crack. I think that's one of the genies. Is this Thunderous? It's Tornadus, and not shiny. All right, I'm gonna go on a quick break. I'll be back in a few minutes. We're gonna open up some packs. We're gonna do guess the plush, yada yada yada. So stick around. Don't go nowhere. Aries in charge. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, we're back. We're back. Time to open up some packs. I know some of you weren't here yesterday, so I want to show you what I've gotten so far in the new set before we open the packs, so let's head on over. Here we go. Thank you, John. Welcome back, Dorian. Premier Dive Ball. I think the white of the Dive Ball is nice with the white Mega. Yeah, I think it's probably going to end up being one of those two. Dusk Ball, maybe. Or not. You never left? Well, I saw you said hi. Unless you weren't saying hi to me. Heal Ball fits. It fits for the, it definitely fits for the regular Pokemon, but the Mega is pretty much white. Dream Ball would be nice. I don't have any, though. All right, here we go. So let me show you. I'll be honest. This is specifically for Airy and Raz. I want to show you guys what I got so far. So I got the full art Executor. Whoops, wrong way. I got the full art Alolan Vulpix, which I think is a really nice card. Chem, I got the Latias and the Latios in a combined total of 44 checks today. The 18th check of the day, the Latias shown, and then I got the Latios on the 26th check. Yesterday I got the full art Oricorio. And we got the full art Comfey yesterday. And then last week I got the full art Tapu Lele and the shiny full art Gengar. Oricorio is so good competitively. I've been hearing that. I haven't even looked at it yet. What is it? Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon EX. That is really good. Plus, it's got a 50 HP zap. That is a good card. Alright, we're going to open up another 10 packs of the Solgaleo. Because I still don't have the Solgaleo EX. So... Oh, okay. Well, I got to open up a regular pack too. So I guess we're going to open up 11 packs. Jerry, yeah. Within the first half hour, we got both shinies. It's insane. Alright, so this is just pack number 1. Let's see if we get anything. We got a Young Goose, everyone's favorite Pokemon. We got Banette. We got a Alolan Sandslash. We got Crabrawler. And we got Alolan Persian, which is a new card for me. That's good. I like that. Now let's do the 10 packs. Ready. Here we go. Let's hope we get something good. Rare Candy. I mean, that is good. It's a good card. We got Fletchinder. We got Dugtrio. Surskit. Ooh, full art Rockruff. I like that. That's a cool card. Yellow Flash, what's going on? Good to see you. Nothing basic about Hefty. Alley Cat, thank you very much. That's nice. Followed by a full art Magearna. What even the heck? Wow, that's a cool card. Bruxish. Sandygast. Wimpod. Another Drampa. Lily. Get Bruxed. Sandygast. Wimpod. Rabombi. Ooh, Incineroar EX. Nice. Bruxish. I'm getting so bruxed. Sandygast. Shelter. Oh, buddy! Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. That is beautiful. Shiny Venusaur. Diglett. Sableye. Solrock. Another Solrock. Sableye. Big Bad Venusaur. Sandshrew. Lily. Rabombi. Phantump. Crabominal EX. Nice. Himala. Spoink. Bounsweet. Fletchinder. Hawlucha. I really hope I get a Hawlucha on our Nuzlocke. Hawlucha is amazing in Ultra Sun and Moon. Dugtrio. Helioptile. Banette. Trevenant. And the regular Magearna. Nice. Toucannon, Rabombi, Rabombi, the net, and which one's that? Oh, Lana. Lana. Magearna's a good card too? Good. Trumbeak, Cutie Fly, Rare Candy, Bound Sweet. Another Magearna, my goodness. Okay, that was it. Not too shabby. We got the full art Rockruff. We got the full art Magearna. We got the Incineroar EX. We got the shiny Venusaur EX. We got the Crabominable EX. We got the regular Magearna. Very happy about that. I will sleeve my rares, Jerry. Thank you. Thanks, Razzie. And thank you for the new Light Goal Mighty Munchkin. Let's replace that. Right. Let's get back to it now. Okay, see you guys on the other side. Okay, let's see if we can transfer some of that luck to finding an Audino. While you guys play Guess the Plush, this is the time of the stream where you guess the plush. Watch these streams obviously on the weekends while Ricky's sleeping, and he says he has dreams where he can hear my voice in them. Ricky, sleeping, dreaming Ricky, if you can hear this, I'm sorry. Not Audino, not Wimpod, not Latios, not Palpitoad, not Latias, Slurpuff, no, Wimpole, not Slowpoke. Playing Guess the Plush while doing a wormhole. This was an interesting idea that I had. Not Wooper, not Swablu, although I did get a shiny Swablu in Pokemon Go yesterday. Not Voltorb, not Audino. It's not Typole, not Whalmer. Not Bellsprout. Exactly, Airy. Not Lunala, not Iron Valiant. I would love an Iron Valiant. Not Timpole. Not Toxel. Alright, I'll give you guys a hint. This is a Gen 4 Pokemon. Not Eevee, not Cherubi. Not Krogunk, not Munchlax, not Krogunk, not Munchlax. Deja vu. Not Meowstic, because that's the best one ever. Meowstic is pretty cool. Not Piplup, not Mime Jr. Not Chimchar, not Riolu, not Dialga. Not Bidoof. Not Happiny. Not Shaman. Not Gallade. Not Lucario. Not Turtwig. Not Palkia. Not Electivire. Not Carnivine. Not Licky. Not Darkrai. Not Ambipom. Not Chimchar. There is no Shaman loving Pokemon. That's true. Dang it. Not Honchkrow. Not Giratina. Not Luxray. Not Manaphy. Not Spiritomb. This is a poison type Pokemon. Not Pachirisu, not Fiona, not Shinx. That's a Crustle right there. Not Drapion, not Toxicroak, not Toxicroak, not Stunky, not Stunky, not Croagunk, not Roserade. Not Stuntank. Look at that. Skorupi, Skorupi, Skorupi. You guys are correct. It is Skorupi. Rowlet, the wild card. He looked goofy. He does look goofy. One-handed like a boss. That's right. Now imagine I actually get it now with one hand. Not Garbodor, not Spider-Gwen. We're not gonna do Guess the Marvel Superhero yet. That's gonna be too much to try and do while I'm doing this. Dang it. Yeah, Drapion's the weird one. I agree. I like Skorupi more than Drapion. Still want the unknowns, R, I, and C. That would be pretty cool. Or is that L? All right, let's just do one check and see if this is shiny. Giao. Okay, now it's time for Guess the Marvel Superhero. It's not Blade. I'll give you guys somewhat of a clue. There is... Zapdos is not shiny. There is... Oh, Eric, yes, yes, yes. Not Lasagna Man, not Captain America, not Wolverine. There are 5 acceptable answers for this one. 6. There's 6 acceptable answers. And I'm not even going to bother doing the wormhole until we get this. Not Spider-Man 2099, not Spider-Man, not Moon Knight. Moon Knight was yesterday, though, Raz. Not Spider-Man, not Magic, not the Avengers. Not Hulk. Not The Void. Not Hawkeye, not Sentry. Although maybe next weekend, Airy, even though there's not an epic collection involving the Sentry or the Void, maybe next weekend I'll show you guys the Sentry miniseries that I picked up last fall once Zen let me know that he was going to be in the movie. Not Miss Marvel. Not Professor X. Not Captain Marvel. Not Fantastic Four. Hero with X-Men, absolutely getting it exact. It is X-Men. I also would have accepted Cyclops, Beast, Iceman, Archangel, or Jean Grey. Look at that absolute unit of a leader. Look, this is why Cyclops is my favorite. How awesome does Cyclops look? Look at that. This is X-Men Volume 19, Mutant Genesis. It has all the X-Men comics from 1991 and 1991 alone because a lot was going on. This is also the series. This is the book that also has the X-Men second series that started, done by Jim Lee. Issue 1 was and remains the best-selling comic book of all time. You guys have probably seen pictures of it. It also had 5 different covers. And Jerry knows all about this. So here's cover number 1, cover number 2, cover number 3, and cover number 4. Mystique, she's awesome. She is awesome. And then here's number 5, which was just a gatefold cover of the entire artwork together. This is also the comic book, if anybody's ever watched or is aware of the X-Men animated series, this is the comic book that introduced all the classic costumes. Look at that unit of a man. Look at that Cyclops. We got Rogue there. We got Iceman. We got Colossus, Archangel. We got Storm. We got Beast. You hate the brown and yellow Wolverine? I like the brown and yellow Wolverine. I also like the white and or no white, yellow and blue Wolverine. I like all the Wolverines. There's Professor X and Jean Grey. Transition Maker, what's going on? Good to see you. Aurelius, what's up? This is nice. Look at these good shots of these X-Men. There's Archangel and Colossus. There's Psylocke, Gambit, and Wolverine. You love the rival skins and the classic costumes that go into Magic and Psylocke. I saw that. Here's one of Psylocke and Wolverine again. And I don't know why, I just feel like Aries going to love this. I skipped past it. Here's the introduction, not in, like in the comic. Here's the first time in the comic that Magneto appears. Look how majestic. Transition Maker, you are. We opened 10 packs. We got a couple of full art cards and a shiny Venusaur card. And then also this one specifically for Airy. This is Magneto in his lounge attire at home. Do I like Morph from X-Men? Well, that's an interesting. Morph was actually created for the cartoon. It was loosely based off of a character from the original X-Men series called Changeling. Morph, yeah, he's just a cartoon character. They did end up bringing back the Changeling later on and renaming him Morph. But yeah, I mean, I thought he was a good addition to the cartoon. I thought he provided, he fulfilled a couple of needed roles in the show. But yeah, I thought they did a great job with him in X-Men 97 as well. Morph briefly into Magic in X-Men 97. He sure did. He didn't even catch it when he watched it, right? I meant to mention that to you, Ari. But yeah. Magic had a cameo in X-Men 97. You didn't even realize at the time. Good luck on the rest of the stream. And Hunt, see you later. Zed, thanks for being here. Wow, what a stream. Keith, what's going on? I had some Keith luck going on earlier, Keith. 2 shiny legendaries in under half an hour and in 44 checks. Now I'm having absolutely zero luck trying to get an Audino wormhole. Keith, with the 23 months of membership, it's almost our anniversary. You better be taking me out somewhere nice for our anniversary, Keith. And Alley Cat gifting 5 memberships, going out to Mantine Matt, In the Arms of Rain, Ivana Antic, the Murray Boys, and DB Hunts. Thank you so much, Alley Cat. And Aurelius, I am sorry. I saw you pop into stream while I was like mid comic rambling. Good evening to you, sir. Hope you're doing well, Aurelius. You went back and watched the reaction. It's just insane. I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting here thinking someone's going to call me out and saying that I hacked. Because that's just insane luck. All right. Not the legendary wormhole we were hoping for, but this is at least a green wormhole. Let's check. Loops, what's going on? Good to see. I did say hi. Wow, I'm just bad. At the time, that was like huge for the 127 Magic fans in the world. That's true. Heliolisk, not shiny. I wonder how many more Magic fans there are today than there were a month ago. Good morning, Mantine Matt. Earlier, you heard my tone shift when I said not Professor X, which made you believe you were close. You were very close. The only reason Professor X was not an acceptable answer was because he wasn't on the cover. It was a completely arbitrary rule. I was going to accept any of the 5 X-Men that were on the cover as an answer. 3 months ago. Okay, 3 months ago. It was base game? I didn't realize Magic was base game. That's pretty based. My good friend Sarah, right as stream was starting, sent me a DM with what looks like a trailer for them adding Doom into Marvel Rivals, which is exciting. I'll have to take a look at that after stream. You're shiny hunting Magikarp. Well, good luck on that, Tanjiro. I hope you get it. We're getting Ultron next? Interesting. Manty Matt, we got the Latias on the 18th check of the stream, and then we got the Latios on the 26th check. We got both of them in 44 checks today. Absolutely cuckoo bananas nuts. Oh, dang it! Dang it! That was the first legendary green wormhole we saw, and I didn't get into it. Sad. Yeah, that Latios might actually be, and I'm not even talking about just streaming, I'm talking about like ever. That Latios might be the quickest legendary I've ever gotten. Favorite X-Man's Beast? Beast is pretty cool. Playing Ultra Sun, what am I playing? I am also playing Ultra Sun. I'm doing some Ultra Wormhole hunting in Ultra Sun. And doing a terrible job of it. Alright, well at least this is green. 2 DAs is the quickest you've gotten? That's pretty darn quick. But I bet you time-wise, I bet you... I bet you 26 checks in the wormholes is time-wise quicker, which is wild. Another Helioptile. Is Nightcrawler full-on X-Man? He started off as an X-Man. He was an X-Man from Giant Size X-Men #1 back in 1975 up until, I think, 88. 88, he left the X-Men and helped found a team called Excalibur. And then he was on that team until 98, at which point he went back to the X-Men, and in some form or fashion has basically been an X-Man since. So yeah, Nightcrawler is a full-blown X-Man. And he is very cool. He's also a swashbuckler. Still waiting on a couple of the Guardians because for some reason they dropped the whole squad except, dang it, except for Drax and Gamora? Why? That's crazy. Speaking of Drax, one of the comic books I got yesterday at Free Comic Book Day. It wasn't free, but it was 50% off, was Captain Marvel #25, which includes the origin of Drax the Destroyer, which is pretty awesome. I've never actually read that one, so I'm looking forward to reading it. How do you stay the longest in that minigame? You just got to get all the yellow circles and avoid all the blue ones. Blue ones will slow you down. Yellow ones will speed you up. Did I put you as a member? Well, our wonderful viewer Alley Cat gifted 5 memberships, Ivana, and you were one of them. Wasn't Drax supposed to solo Thanos? Drax, I haven't read his origin, but I'm aware of it. Drax basically died and was reborn for the sole purpose of destroying Thanos, yes. That was like his sole mission in life. Kind of like how when Gandalf was brought back to help end the war, that was kind of Drax's thing. I wish you all the luck in the world, Pokestar. Captain Marvel is cool. Shame how dirty they did the character extremely dirty in MCU. You mean specifically like Captain Marvel, Walter Lawson? Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that choice. I'm not a hater on Brie Larson as the female Captain Marvel, though. I think she does a pretty good job. I think she does a much better job than people give her credit for. I think a lot of people got hung up on some of the comments that Brie Larson made before the Captain Marvel movie came out. I believe those comments were taken out of context, and unfortunately, she's just had to pay the price since. Poke Tournament? Well, good luck on the Poke Tournament. Bring the Mew plush into the stream. Here's the Mew plush. There's already so much being said about the female Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four. Yeah, I don't want to get canceled or anything. Also, I saw that sub count went up to 2085. Thank you so much. I have less of an issue with the. How do I say this? It's not Silver Surfer. As a comic book reader, it's not Silver Surfer, and I believe that women are wonderful. I believe that female actresses are incredible. Just as good of actors and actresses, good as actors as men can be. I love a lot of actresses and their work, but to change the Silver Surfer from the Norrin Rad that comic book readers have been reading since the mid '60s into a different character and make it female, it just I don't see any reason other than diversity and placation. I just don't get it. I feel it's unnecessary. That's just me. Um, Gender bending Silver Surfer. Instead of it being Norrin Rad in the new Fantastic Four movie, it's Norrin Rad's wife, fiance. I can't remember what the relationship was. Shala Ball. Norrin Rad became the Silver Surfer to save his planet from Galactus, and specifically the love of his life, Shala. And in this movie, it's Shala that's the Silver Surfer and not Norrin. Under the Pressure, she was actually a herald at some points. No, no. There was one comic that took place in an alternate universe in which she was. And I'm talking like one comic, one panel, like a mention, like an Easter egg. But actually, Matt, that's what makes it even worse, in my opinion, is that there have been female heralds of Galactus. There have been women that have been heralds of Galactus, and instead of using one of those existing characters, which I would have totally been fine with, if they would use Frankie Ray Nova as the Herald of Galactus, I'd be like, that's actually a pretty cool take. Typically, when Galactus comes to Earth for the first time, it's the Silver Surfer. But they're using Frankie Ray, who is a pretty cool character and has never gotten any love from multimedia. I respect that. That's a cool choice. Instead of using an established character, they gender bent Silver Surfer. I think that's a better way of explaining what it is that I have an issue with. Not that they have a female character, it's that they invented a female character instead of using an existing female character. Any way to trade in Ultra Sun? Unfortunately, not. Now that the online services for the 3DS are shut down, there's no way to trade unless you're doing a local trade. Cosmic Ghost Rider, that'd be pretty neat. Yeah, Frankie Ray, Ray with an E on the end of it. Character's name was Nova, not to be confused with the Richard Rider or Sam Alexander. Is that his name? The younger Nova, who were also Marvel characters. Do I have any event Pokemon Ultra Sun? I do have a Marshadow and a Magearna. Even today, you can still get the Magearna in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon because it's just based off of a QR code, does not involve internet connection whatsoever. Recently, they just wanted to see a sleek, sexy lady in chrome, which is kind of gross. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many reasons why they could have not done it. Where's my Nova and MCU Marvel? That's what I'm saying, Loops. I want it, and I want Richard Rider. Yeah, not Buckethead. It's a different Nova. It's a different Nova. So I don't want to give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that's why they didn't want to use her because they didn't want there to be confusion. Yes, you can also get Ash Cat Pikachu. Yep, any QR codes still work. All the QR codes via the QR scanner in Ultra Sun Ultra Moon all still work because they do not require any internet access. They are all coded within the game. Which makes Magearna, as far as I know, the only evergreen mythical you can get without having anything other than the game it's in. You don't need anything else. I mean, I guess you need, like, you know, the QR code. Welcome back, Big Cheese. Picked up for liking comics growing up. Oh yeah, you know, absolutely. You know, in the 90s, reading comic books, you were a nerd. I was absolutely nerdified as a kid reading comic books. So I'm really happy that comic books have for the most part become mainstream and widely accepted. I'm not going to lie, sometimes it does annoy me when I hear people that were the people that picked on comic book readers when I was a kid talking about how they love the Marvel movies and stuff like that and pretend like they've always been fans when it's like, nah, dude, you were picking on comic book nerds. But you know what? That's just a petty little thing on my side. I'm happy that it's become a lot more accepted. Geez, yeah, we got both of them. We got the Latias and the Latios. I would say who my favorite, recent favorite superhero is, but I feel like if you said the reason why, it'd be weird. Well, had you said just who your favorite recent superhero was, probably wouldn't have been weird. But with that precursor, yeah, it probably would be weird now. Marvel movie phenomenon was truly a once in a lifetime thing leading up to Endgame. It really was, and again, like I'm super excited about it. I'm super happy that it's become very mainstream. That it's no longer weird to talk about liking comic book movies or, you know, superhero comics or anything. You know, even your grandma would be like, "Oh, I like that Captain America. He seems like a good fella." Um, but yeah, it wasn't always that way. You know, it used to be all we had were the comic books. Any sort of movie or TV adaptations we had were pretty bad. And yeah, we were nerds. I mean, look at any early seasons of The Simpsons. Comic book guy is that's a for real stereotype. That's what people thought of comic book readers. What's the count for the second? 26. We got it in 26 checks. Same with Pokemon to a lesser extent. Yeah, you could say the same thing about Pokemon. I would agree with that. I think there was a huge push for Pokemon in the late 90s, like 98, 99, 2000. And then that kind of died off from pop culture. And I think for a long time, it was seen as just like a kid's game. And to a certain extent, still is a little bit, but I think it is a lot more accepted nowadays, particularly since Pokemon Go. I think it boiled down to reading versus watching. No one reads much after middle school. I don't even think they do that anymore, Matt. It's sad. I still go to the comic book store every week, and it's rare that I see kids in there. It's sadly mostly middle-aged people. You used my magic up? Yes, you did, and I appreciate the magic. You are a magic man. Superior Iron Man instead of Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom. Superior Iron Man would have been interesting storyline. Screens rule the world. They do. Yeah, it was a negative representation, Ari. Absolutely. It absolutely was. It was not meant to be flattering. But the Simpsons writers were nerds too, so it's like they were in on the joke. It wasn't that they were writing comic book guy like they thought comic book people would be. They decided to just like lean into the stereotype. And they're like, let's just make this guy the most stereotypical comic book nerd we can, while also being comic book nerds themselves. That was a reference with heart. Oh, okay. Friendly fire, exactly. Now me over here with the OG Captain America movie, Dolph Lundgren Punisher, and the Flash TV movie. Sweet. The Dolph Lundgren Punisher. I forgot about that movie. And the OG Captain America movie, are you talking about the one like where he fought like random Russian man? Random Russian scientist? Am I gonna watch Ironheart? I might. I'm not a huge fan of the character. I am kind of curious what their plan is for her moving forward. Um, like I still haven't finished watching Echo. I still haven't watched Agnes. I'm getting a little bit behind on the shows. I do want to watch Agnes now that I know that, oh, what's her name? From Parks and Rec. Why am I blanking on her name? Anyway, she's in it. I like her a lot. Speaking of The Simpsons, I think it's a coincidence, or just luck. The random XYZ event happens, The Simpsons happens in real life. I think it's... See, with a lot of those things, okay, you know what? I'll give you a comparison. I was watching a video the other day talking about like creepiest coincidences in history, right? And there's this one, it was talking about, and I can't remember the guy's name. He was a writer, and in 1892, he wrote a book about the maiden voyage of an epic, giant, luxury cruise liner called the Titan. And on its maiden voyage, it crashed into an iceberg and sunk. This was 20 years before the fate of the Titanic. And yes, on its face, that could seem really creepy. However, this writer had a lot of history with the Navy and ships, and was up to date on technology, and had a good idea of what the future would hold as far as ocean travel. So it wasn't so much like prophetic as it was an educated story about things that he thought were plausible. And that's kind of how I look at the Simpsons stuff. Like, things don't happen in a vacuum, like in the writer's room in The Simpsons. Like, the writing is pulled from somewhere. Some of the things that have been in The Simpsons that end up having in real life may seem pretty outrageous and outlandish, and they are, but it was based off of something. It was supposed to be taking something from the real world and kind of exaggerating it. Some of those things have happened. So I think they got a good track record, but I would say that's more based off of the intelligence of the writers than I would anything else. Aubrey Plaza, yes, thank you. That was the name I was trying to think of. The Hasselhoff Nick Fury, I remember that. Educated guesstimates to reality, yes. That's how many episodes in Business Simpsons has, like, in sheer amount, the odds are in favor of them getting some things right. Yes, exactly, true. They may have gotten a dozen things right out of the 4 bajillion things that they've had as gags in the show. Ari's absolutely right, too. That's just the law of averages. You say enough things, eventually one of them will be right. And when you say a bajillion things, probably a few of them will be right. I did think that was interesting, that video I was watching the other day, and they were talking about that guy that wrote that book about, basically, about the Titanic 20 years before it happened. I think that's something that we need to, keep in mind is, it's not necessarily that people can predict the future. It's that they may be educated enough with what they're talking about. They can make educated predictions on things that could happen. What color am I going for? Green. In fact, we're just going to go into this one. They have a future machine in the corner that randomly spits out a piece of paper with a gag that will come true. I could believe that too. Alright, let's see if we get our first Audino check of the day. This is miserable. I hate this so much, by the way. That's a Grumpig. If we don't get the Audino today, I think we might try and do Friend Safari for Audino. I'm just not prepared to do that right now. That would have been a great shiny. You like shiny Grumpig? It is a good shiny. I'm kind of over it because back when I was doing all these wormhole hunts on my own, I phased on Grumpigs so many times. I think I ended up getting like 4 or 5 Grumpigs. It is a good shiny. But it's like it's kind of like Chansey. I think Chansey's a great shiny, but who wants to see a shiny Chansey again? If you find the wormhole, do you have to redo the wormhole each time, or can you reset? Once you enter, if it's not a legendary, right? And we're going for an Audino, which is not legendary. If it's not a legendary, as soon as you enter the wormhole, everything is set. The nature, the gender, the shininess, the stats, everything is set. So if we go into a wormhole and we do find an Audino, I cannot reset and check it again because it'll be the exact same Pokemon. The trade-off is if I do make it over 5,000 light years and I go into a legendary wormhole that has Audino in it, then there is, I think, a 36% chance it's shiny. It's a little bit over 1 in 3. Or maybe it's 32%. As someone who hasn't shiny hunted and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, yeah, the beautifulness of the the beautifulness of the Chansey has not worn off on you yet, Ari. Tanjiro, welcome back. Well, let's go ahead and check this. Why not? That's rather high. It is. It's very high. In fact, all the wormholes with rings will have increased odds, but the highest they can get is that 30-something% in a super ring or legendary ring or 3 ring, whatever you want to call it, past 5,000 light years. Monster Young Frankenstein is Ray Romano's dad. And, oh yeah, yeah, that was like, I think before everybody loves Raymond, I think that was like one of his most famous roles. Each check might also take 10 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Lose a 3-ring binder, right? Legendary onion ring, you got it, Jerry. So like, if anybody ever wants to shiny hunt in wormholes and they're going in like fresh, the best advice I can give is don't try and hunt for something in particular. Right? Because that's the issue that I'm having right now is I'm specifically looking for the Audino, which means 1, I need to be a green wormhole. 2, I need to be a multiple ring green hole. 3, I need to be a multiple ring green hole after a certain number of light years. And 4, I need that green wormhole to have a Audino in it, which is like a 1 in 5 chance. But if you're just going in, just go as far as you can. Go into the most ringed hole you can see and take your chances. And if not, just start again. And you know what? You'll probably find some shinies along the way. But just trying to hunt for something specific in wormholes can be very frustrating. Young Frankenstein, wonder if that movie's on 4K. That's a good question. I don't know. You have a Mega Shiny Audino in your save file? Very cool. Cheese. If we don't get it today, which I doubt we will, I'm going to see if we can do Friend Safaris. That will give us a 1 in 512 chance of a shiny and a 1 in 2 chance of that shiny being Audino. So it's going to be basically a 1 in 1024 hunt. And the checks are super fast. Any hole is better than no hole. Wise words, Matt. Wise words. I am a very needy guy, though. Walmart did a steelbook for Young Frankenstein. Here's Altaria. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do here. We do need shiny Altaria. That is one of the last 3 we need. But my plan was to shiny hunt the static Terra Altaria in Violet. Yeah, it does have recoil moves. It has takedown, I believe, right? Oh, it has Perish Song. It does have Perish Song. It's got Sky Attack, Moonblast, Perish Song, and Dragon Pulse. Ball's not a bad idea. All right, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Cheese is right. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go ahead and catch this because I'd be stupid if I didn't. And then I'll make a decision later on about whether or not we're going to hunt for another one. Um, there we go. We got it. We got it. It counts. You know, I mean, this could count, and I could just do a static terror hunt for something else that I'm more interested in getting, actually. Let's do that. Is everybody good with that? Like, I think this is a compromise. This Altaria counts for the challenge. Separate from the challenge, sometime in the near future, I will still do a static Terra hunt. Yeah, there is a Poliwhirl. Obviously, that's the first thing I'm thinking of. There's a couple others I think would be kind of fun. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. So that's the compromise. We'll count this, and I owe you guys a static Terra hunt. All right. That means all we got left is Audino and Aerodactyl. Remember you could hunt the stack terror Pokemon? Yeah, I did some research about it a while back. It's a very specific way you have to do it. It's pretty complicated. It's more complicated than like setting up a static hunt in Sword and Shield, but it is possible. Trevor, what's going on? Good to see you. Goku, that's our third one, our third shiny of the day. I wish we could shiny hunt the DNC. I do too. All right, let's get some nature guesses in the chat. Matt, I think that's what I'm going to do because we were actually talking about this earlier, Matt. If you remember last summer, before I started this challenge, we did do the static reset hunt in Sword and Shield for Aerodactyl. So I didn't really want to do that again. So I think we might just do the reset in this game. The only thing is it'll have to be in a Pokeball, but if DNC ever became huntable, would you dust off this challenge and complete it? Yes, and for what it's worth, and I've said this before, If we finish this off, we get all 47 here in the next month or something. Might even be less than that now. And they announce any new Mega Evolutions before ZA, we will hunt those. All right, we got Lax, we got Quirky, we got Adamant, we got Bold, we got Timid, we got Quirky, we got Docile. Yeah, Jerry, just down to Audino and Aerodactyl. I'm going to go with Impish, just like my Executor. We got Serious. Why so serious? Thank you, Jerry. All right, there's Absol, there's Pangoro, there's Salamence. Don't know the English names for the nations. That's all right, German Aviator. There's Alakazam and the Altaria is quiet. We got a quiet nature. It's not a terrible nature, right? I don't know. I'm not good with natures. All right, let's save. Honestly, guys, I don't even feel like continuing for the Audino at this point. Wormholes stink on stream, but we still got like half an hour. Let's go ahead and start Aerodactyl. Matt, the Aerodactyl is in the one ship at the bottom of Pony Island, right? Nice. Did you quietly slide into your DMs after you took a nice screenshot and you'll send it to Cam? Ooh, I'll have to check that out. Why is it so tiny? Be bigger. Razzie, you made me look. I don't have Old Amber, but in this game you don't need an Old Amber. It's just a gift Pokemon. He's kind of old. You said it. I can't believe that just happened. That's crazy. And speaking of crazy, our sub count's up to 2086. If that was you, please let me know so I can say thank you. Yeah, Alley Cat, we got the shiny Altaria. We weren't even hunting for it, but we got it. Well, I mean, we weren't looking for it. It is part of the challenge. So now we're down to 2. We just need 2. We need Aerodactyl and we need Audino. Try to count my Pokemon plushies and you got to conclusions you have too many. I do have a lot of plushes. And you don't even see the bottom shelf. Aerodactyl and 10 resets, could you imagine? A Slowpoke, you think it's not enough? I haven't bought any in a while. I know the Gen 7s are coming out soon. I'll definitely be picking those up. pretty wild that we've gotten 3 shiny Pokemon in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon in under 3 hours. All right, I think it's on the left side. I did this hunt back in the day. No, it's a restaurant. I did this hunt back in the day, and that's how I got my first shiny Aerodactyl. And then I did the soft reset hunt in Sword last year, so I could get it in a Premier Ball. And yeah, and 2 of them are legends. Is it this girl? Show us a shiny Poliwhirl. I don't have one in this game. Yeah, it's this girl. Oh, crap. Crap. Dang it. Dang it. Dang. Wait. Hold on, I can still do it. I gotta get a screen grab of you received Aerodactyl. Okay. Okay, we should be good now. Let's see if check 1 is shiny. Imagine first one. I know, wouldn't that be crazy? Not shiny. We're looking for the purpler body with the blue underwings. All right, let's see if this auto counter works. It did not work. Crap. All right, I'm not going to bother with that for 20 minutes. We'll just automatically update it. Slowpoke, have a great rest of your day. Yeah, soft reset at Mighty Munchkin. Just save right before you talk to the girl. If it's not shiny, then you just reset. All right. And this is, since it's a gift Pokemon, it's a 1 in 40, 96 hunt. Regardless if you have the Shiny Charm or not, Shiny Charm does not work on gift Pokemon. Why not via wormholes? This Aerodactyl's not in wormholes. This is the only place to get Aerodactyl in this game. Besides fossils. Can you get Old Amber in this game map? I thought, like, you can revive all the fossils through the fossil revive guy. I thought other than Aerodactyl. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can get Old Amber. Still gotta do Pika with Surf and Ash Hat one. I still have to do the Ash Hat. I did do the Surf, which was a cool hunt. I'd like to get a second one so that I can have a Surfing Alolan Raichu. I think that'd be fun. Oh, you already received it? There you go, Mighty Munchkin. Yeah. If you already received it, you can't get it. There is a sticker on that box. A totem sticker. On Friday, you learned that if you time the encounter for Rayquaza and Emerald, then it can take like 2 checks for it to be shiny. um, In a way, yeah. What do they do? If you collect enough stickers, you can get more gift Pokemon, which are, I believe, shiny locked, right? I believe that the totem Pokemon are shiny locked. You can't hunt those. Um, so it is possible that you can get it, but yeah, Matt's right. It depends on your starting seed. If you're lucky, you can have an early seed. But if you're not lucky, if you're not extremely lucky, then it can take quite a while. Anyone that is planning on doing any shiny hunting in Emerald for static Pokemon like the Rayquaza, like the Kyogre or Groudon, like the starters, I highly recommend you do a lot of research on how to achieve that because it's very complicated. Basically, the RNG is broken so that when you reset the game, it does not reset the seed. So if you get a shiny on the 5,000th frame, which can take a while to wait for, and you reset the game, you'll still have to wait till the 5,000th frame. Um, how do you get the old amber fossil? John, in this game, I'm not. You don't need to have an old amber. You just talk to this lady and she gives it to you. It's just a straight up gift. There's no fossil revitalization needed for the Aerodactyl. Yeah, managed RNG the entire game, all the stack resets and wild hunts. It was a process to get started with RNG to most games at this point. Yeah, I know. Like Chem Nation did a shiny badge quest in, or wasn't Nuzlocke? Was it Nuzlocke? I can't remember. Um, anyway, he did Emerald last year, and it took him close to 2 months to get the right seed to get an early shiny Torchic. But because of that, that means that he always had an early seed. So when he got to the Rayquaza, he was able to get it pretty quickly. 149.6 like a Pokemon type null. Yeah, all gift Pokemon, all Pokemon you receive from a person are 1 in 4096 regardless of if you have the shiny term or not. So that includes the starters, that includes the Aerodactyl, that includes the Poipole and type null, that includes the fossil resets or the fossil revitalizations from the fossil guy. That includes the Surfing Pikachu. All of them are 1 in 4096. You have the Sandslash deck and TCGP, but you want to make it your own ground deck, so should you delete it? Up to you, man. Up to you. I can't believe we got that Altaria. That's nuts. It must have been an omen yesterday when I fired up Pokemon Go and the Swablu in my backyard was shiny. You posted in Kem's Discord for shiny fails? That's hilarious. Here's your sign kind of moment, right? Audino's just trolling. It's just, there's not a great way to hunt Audino in any game. Which is funny because doing wormholes, I've phased on quite a few Audinos over the years. But like, you can't do a pure straight soft reset on a static Audino in Sword and Shield. You have to do a little bit extra for a reset hunt for that. In the wormholes in Sun and Moon or Sun Ultra Moon, like you can easily take forever just to even find an Audino, and if it's not shiny, you gotta start over. Um, you can do it in Friend Safari, but the best odds you're gonna get of encountering it are 1 in 2. It's a 50% chance. So you can phase there. Um, you could get it in Gen 5, but then you're looking at 1 in 8192 odds. Got yours fairly quick last time you did, maybe an hour or two in the wormholes. Yeah, I mean it's all RNG, right? It's all completely luck based. You got to get the right wormhole at the right amount of light years with the right spawn, and it's just really tough, Matthew. Or Matt, I've never had as much respect as I do now for people that do wormhole hunts on stream. It's so hard to try and navigate the wormholes while you're keeping up with chat. In Gen 5, yeah, there's the O, not O rings, that's something else. There's the O powers. If you're doing it in black 2, white 2, there is a shiny charm available that can get the odds down to, I think, like 1 in 2,000 something. Raz, that's a good point. All 3 shiny Pokemon we've gotten today have been dragon types. Villy, we got the Latias, we got the Latios, and we got an Altaria. You're doing Mawile? Good luck on the Mawile. Aerodactyl like 54, could you imagine? Good luck on the Dactyl. Thank you, Raz. We're just going to go for like maybe 10 more minutes on this. Maybe get this up to like 50 checks before the end of the stream. It was just, one of those things where like after we got the Altaria, it was like a little too early to just end stream, but it was a little too late to really get deep into another hunt. So I'm going to, I want to get Audino done. Audino's just annoying the crap out of me. So this week I'm going to look at the possibility of getting this set up for Friend Safari in Pokemon X. And then we will be hunting for that. 1 in 512 chance of getting a shiny in Friend Safari, 1 in 2 chance of it being Audino. So 1 in 1024 chance of it being shiny. We could possibly phase on a Teddiursa, which I wouldn't be upset about because Teddiursa is a great shiny. Got lucky yesterday the Corsola, and Runerigus shiny den. What? That's crazy. I need Corsola and Galarian Corsola in Premier Balls still. I haven't touched my Premier Ball hunts in quite a while. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Honestly, Screwbo, I've never played it. I'm familiar with the game. I hear it's a great game. I never picked it up. Let me see what Kiro put in the chat and the Discord. That's a good picture, Kiro. That's a real good picture. That's a beautiful picture. Well timed. Looking for another den now? Good luck, Matt. Not that you need it, seems like. Luck is cracked. Apparently it is. 3 shinies today, a bunch of good cards today. Actually, this weekend's been pretty cracked. Got 2 shiny Kangaskhan in Pokemon Go yesterday. Think about replaying after you beat Banjo-Kazooie. They're both on Game Pass. Yeah, do it, man. Uh, 886 soft resets back in the days of yore. Ooh, nice, Dragonic. Thank you for the luck. I'm going to need it, especially with that under odds luck right there. That Ghost Den was 1100 frames away, so you had to say skip 1100 times to get set up. Oof. Yikes, that's a lot. Got the perfect timing to see the dimmed out spot. I know, it's perfect. That's a perfect Ultra Sun shiny shot. Day skip 1100 times. That's too many, Matt. Cheese, have a great day at work, buddy. Yeah. 20-ish minutes versus egg wild hunting this 3 months, totally worth it. That's true. Wait, you did 1100 day skips in 20 minutes? That seems pretty impressive right there. You can share them with whomever joins the raid. That's true. What den are you looking for now, Matt? Well, setup, it's mainly just pressing up and OK. I'm good at pressing both those buttons. GMAX stuff mainly it's trying to find something under 1,000 frames, so it's not too bad. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll get back into some more Masuda today. I have a bunch of Masuda hunts I need to finish off. The Spawn movie, I mean, gosh, I haven't seen that movie in probably almost 30 years, but it was all right. It was a decent adaptation. I thought John Leguizamo did a good job as the Violator. I thought the suit looked a little. Wasn't huge. I wasn't a huge fan of the Spawn suit in the movie. It looked a little bit too much like a guy in a suit. Michael J. White was good Spawn. Yeah, he was good acting. All right, we just got 2 checks left to go before we end stream. We'll end this at 50 checks, 50. Not shiny. But before we do our last check, I want to say a few thank yous. First off, thank you to the 3 new subs that we got today. Appreciate you. We might even hit 2,100 subs next weekend, which is awesome. Also, thank you to Maddie P for the 28 months of membership. Alley Cat for rejoining the Poliwag party, Aurelius for the 8 months of membership, Keith for the 23 months of membership, and Alley Cat for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you all so much. Also, thank you to the amazing mods, always doing a fantastic job here. And thanks to everybody for hanging out with me. Oh my gosh, 2087, I should say. Thank you to the 4 new subs. And yeah, thanks to everybody for hanging out with me, making this a pretty awesome Sunday morning. Let's do this last check and see if we get an early shiny. Not shiny. So we will be hopefully going back after Audino and finishing up that hunt on the next stream. And then all I'll have left is this Aerodactyl. But thank you guys so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day. Do something nice for someone today just because it's the right thing to do and for no other reason. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care and bye-bye.